So, you want to know why audio is so important to your videos? You're just gonna have to stick around, and you'll see. But only if you remember to hit that like and subscribe button. So you're probably wondering who I am. Well, I'm Adam Van Cleef. I generally do tutorials, tips, reviews, photography, cinematography, but today I got something I want to show you. I want to show you something pretty big. See, audio is one of the biggest, most important senses that you have. Even more so than sight. In fact, your brain registers sound faster than it can register your sight. I bet you didn't know that. And in times like this, you probably have an idea exactly where I'm at. Or maybe you don't. Feel like this tool right now. So you might have an idea, but do you really know where I am? Actually, I have a better idea. I'll be right back. So I have a better idea. Let's just sit down and talk. I need coffee first, though. There it is. Gotta love that. So like I was trying to tell you, probably torture isn't the best way to get the point across, so let's just talk about it. Audio is so important to your videos, your projects, and even more so than visuals in your movie or show or video or whatever. Audio can make or break something. Like in the beginning of this video, you had an idea of how the story was going to unfold without even being able to see it. Sometimes good audio is a super strong tool for conveying a story. It can even replace visuals in some aspects without subtracting from the content. Now, if done wrong, it can destroy the experience that you're trying to convey. I mean, think of how many videos you've clicked off of just because the audio was crap. Hell, even my first videos were crap. The audio in it was terrible, especially when I was using that lapel mic. I'm now using the D&D Pro. At the time, the lapel mic, I was trying to use it for a couple videos and it was just killing my audio quality. See, the thing is, if there's a lot of echo in your videos, it can subtract from what you're trying to convey. And if it's not there to actually add depth, say we're in a cave and there's an echo, then that just adds to the experience. But if you're not in a cave and you're in a room or something like that, then you really should try to mitigate the amount of echo that you have. Because audio in that aspect ends up doing the complete opposite of what you were intending it to be, which would be to subtract from the user's experience, or the experience of, watching the video, conveying the message, or getting a story. If your audio is terrible and you're showing amazing video and stuff like that, people are going to hone in onto that weird sound, that echo or that static or that clipping noise or a sound effect that's not in place right, or music even. Have you ever wondered why movie productions always have a huge budget for audio? It's that important. Audio and lighting are probably one of the most important things, even though everybody wants to gravitate towards better cameras. Lenses can help, but if you have bad lighting and bad audio, you're really not getting anywhere. Now, you don't have to shoot for quality like the movies do, because that's just going to be otherworldly for us to obtain. Not everybody has the money and equipment needed to make cinema quality audio, but you do need to optimize what you have. Right now I'm using a DD Pro 3 on my camera, which is a pretty higher end microphone, but the quality that comes out of it is great. So I really don't have to worry too much about it. It has a amp that's built into it, so I don't have to rely on my camera's internal amp, which makes it a lot nicer, because if you have a Canon, especially, Canons are notorious for having really noisy amps inside of them. So with mine, I can adjust my amp inside my camera and turn it down. And I usually put it around 2 on my Canon, and that's usually a good level, because on the DD Pro I have 20 levels of gain that I can adjust, so I can boost it by 20, and then I don't end up having that staticky loud hiss noise in the background. On the DD Pro, it has a low pass filter for I think 75 Hertz and 150 Hertz. Lets you get rid of the hum of air conditioners, fans, and stuff like that, things that you might not be able to control. So if you're out vlogging or something like that, walking past a building that has the AC on, it could get rid of that. Now, you can always get rid of that kind of stuff in post, but unless you're really experienced with audio editing, it's going to be difficult. But an example of the hiss is, I'll show you.
So this guy is an example of hiss. You could probably hear a lot of hiss right now. Now the thing is, I have to go into my my camera and adjust the audio up so it's not so quiet. That's why it's kind of sitting against my mouth right now. Now, I did do a review on this lapel mic a while back, though my thoughts have changed, because at the time I was pretty certain I really wanted to love this thing, but I couldn't love it. It feels nice, it's nice quality, it looks good, but it just has too much noise. If it had an internal amp, it would probably be a lot better. But yeah, I'm having to rely on the in-camera amp to boost the sound enough so that you can hear it. And when it does that, it picks up all the noise from everything else. Makes me sound like I'm in a room full of snakes. And for you, it probably gives you guys a headache. So let's get rid of this thing.
There we go. It's gone. Another thing I did to improve my audio was put up sound paneling in, well, almost half the room. I'm not quite done over here. That reduced a huge amount of echo that I was having inside this room. So it gives you a better quality, a little bit richer sound. Those sound panels were relatively cheap on Amazon. They don't have the greatest review, but I figured they're cheap enough that I could cover a whole wall and they'd have the same effect as, well, just a more expensive one. Can you believe for 12 little 1x1 squares, they're like $80. These guys were only $13 for 12. Now, that's not completely necessary. It's just an added thing that I wanted to do for my studio, the feel that I wanted to give. You can edit it out in Final Cut Pro, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve. A lot of those have the ability to reduce echo. Another thing you could do is get a monodirectional microphone. The microphone will pick up sound in one direction. The Yeti mic I have actually has 3 different sound settings, and I can record with to reduce a bit of the echo, so you won't hear your voice on the back side, because the echo is what's bouncing off the wall and coming back at the microphone. Another way, and a cheap way you can do, is actually get a box or those foam things, get one of those foam packs and wrap it around your microphone. So if you had a microphone sitting here, pretend this cup is the microphone. It's not, but it is for this. So you put your foam around the backside and that catches your voice. So it makes it actually, that's the best way to get super clean audio. Now, if you want to go even cheaper than that, you can go into a closet or find some furniture that is soft and can absorb sound, but a closet is really good. Actually, I know somebody that used to record songs inside of his closet. All the clothes that are hanging there absorb all the sound, and it's, well, he already has the clothes, so he doesn't have to buy anything. Now that covers recording audio. But what about adding depth to videos or shorts or movies, or using transition sounds? Music and sound effects can add a whole nother level of depth to your video. Now I'll cover this briefly because I do plan on making a video unto itself, but we'll dive into it a little bit. So watch all well done B-roll. My coffee B-roll. Wow. And you'll notice that the transitions have sound effects layered on top of them. Now you really wouldn't notice it until you actually pay attention to it, but it adds that extra depth, like the transition is carrying you somewhere. It provides motion inside of the video. Without it, they end up being kind of bland, a little boring. Not all transitions are boring, but with the sound effect they add a little bit more depth. Movies, shows, videos, they all have sound effects layered in them to give them depth and feel when they feel is necessary. Maybe not always in transitions, because cinema doesn't usually use the transitions that are popular in video, so forth, and like YouTube and social media. But adding depth to videos with sound can help to build tension, to lighten the mood, to make you feel sad. But it's crucial to videos and movies, because without it, things end up feeling kind of dull. Another thing that's important is adding music that matches the theme or the action involved in your video or movie. Now you have to be careful with the choice of music that you put into your movie, because if I were to put in some crazy epic cinematic movie soundtrack, this would all feel horribly off and weird, and it just wouldn't be appropriate for right now. So basically, let's summarize what we just did. You can use music and sounds to change the direction and flow and add tension to whatever you're working on with sound. We covered how you can convey a story with nothing but audio, and how we can improve our audio in your home or on the fly with audio recording equipment that has a built-in amp into it, so you don't have to rely on your camera's internal amp. And using furniture and to help dampen sound and echo is a great idea to use when you're out and about in a place that you can't control the audio. And that allows you to avoid the room full of snakes sound all the time. We also briefly covered how you can improve your transitions in your videos by adding basic sound effects to help bring flow into it. We also covered adding sound to your videos to help make them feel a bit more full, a little more deep than they otherwise would. Personally, for me, most importantly, we covered music choices. I love music, and that's actually my favorite thing to do, is edit to music. So having appropriate music for the theme or feel of your video is really important, and it's the most fun part to me, honestly. But on those last parts, we'll actually go more in depth. I plan on making a video. I'm not sure exactly what time it'll come out, but I do plan on making a video that involves sound effects and transitions, how to apply sound effects to just basic videos and movies, shorts that you're doing, and choosing appropriate music and stuff, and how you can change the feel of a music, and what it's like to have a video without music. It's rather boring. So did you guys find this useful? Is there anything that you're going to change in your videos? Did I leave anything out? Drop me a line down below and let me know. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Oh, I know you want to. Just click it. Just click that button. It'd also just be a huge help to the channel, man. If there's anything you'd like me to change, just let me know. Throw it down in the comments and let's talk. Also follow me on Instagram. That's actually really taken off now. So if you guys want to see what I'm doing when I'm not making videos, or just my photography shots, I'm also doing trailers for each video, and I'm uploading them to Instagram. So if you ever want to see when a new video is coming out and see what I'm doing, just follow me on Instagram. I promise you won't be disappointed. I did make a Twitter, especially for you guys. I've never really used Twitter, so you guys gotta come over and help me out. And that would be a place where we can actually talk, and there'll be some updates. I'm going to use it more of a personal thing, but to relay information to you guys. I'd greatly appreciate it if you came over there, so I'm not just talking to myself. Also, I made a Facebook page. I had issues with the Facebook page. For some reason, it blocked me from being able to make posts as my Facebook page, so I'm going to be working on that. I might already have it up at the time of this video. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Sucks though, because I already had quite a few followers on it, but we'll build up from the ground up. That's just what we gotta do. But I look forward to meeting everybody and having discussions and learning and growing together. That is the point of this channel. Stay creative and do the things you love. I appreciate it, guys.